Hello, Princess on a Pillow here. I am here to do a review slash recap with my opinion on 90 Day Fiance, Season 9, Episode 6. It's titled, If I Have to Turn This Car Around. Okay, the first couple is Chida and Blau. We see them at home chilling. Blau um takes Shida to Juma. It's similar to church. Bilal lets Shida know that his ex-wife will be there, and Shida is nervous about meeting the ex-wife. Shida thinks that if the ex-wife doesn't like her, then the kids won't like her, and that would affect her relationship with Bilal. But all she has to do is just be nice to everybody. If she's nice to them and they don't like her, then there's nothing else she can do but take her butt back to Trinidad, right? Just be nice. There's a solution to every problem. Anyway, on the way to Juma, they had a bit of a disagreement in the car. Bilal said he was nervous when he met her people, and she told him that it's not the same thing. She said, because he was just visiting her when he met her family. And she's supposed to get married and stay there, after meeting all his family. So it is a difference. And he threatens her too. He says, if my people don't like you, then I can't marry you. So that's threatening her. She flew all this way to be with him, and he's talking about, if my people don't like you, if my mother don't like you, if my kids don't like you, I can't marry you. So it's a more pressure on her. He had no pressure on him. And he's actually threatening her by telling her, if they don't like you, I can't marry you. That's not cool. And then she says he lectures her a lot. And then when somebody does that to you, when someone lectures you, it's because they think they're superior to you. I dated a guy like that. This guy, he had a master's degree. I didn't have no degree. And I owned my house. I owned a house in Elkton, Maryland. And he had a degree, but he had a master's degree, but he didn't even own his own house. He couldn't even find a job after he graduated with his master's. He couldn't even find a job in the field that he went to school for. So he had to work 2-3 jobs in order to pay his bills. And he didn't even live by himself. He lived with a family member. And I didn't have a degree, and I had my own house. And he treated me like he was up here and I was down here. He would, like, if I was to say, the sky is so blue today, he'll say, the sky not blue, the sky red, man, the sky red. You don't know what you're talking about. Man, I'm gonna educate you. That's how he would talk to me. He's like, I'm gonna educate you, because he had his master's and I had no degree. That's how he would talk to me. But I had my own house. I had one job. He had about 2 or 3 jobs and still couldn't live on his own. He was living with a family member. But he treated me like he was up here and I was down here. That's how people are, where they think that they're superior to you. And that's what Bilal does to Shida. Anyway, they are disagreeing back and forth, and he is so stupid and childish. He tells her she has a booger in her nose. And she goes, no, I don't. And then she says, no, I don't. And she hits him in the head. Just like this. I don't want to hit myself, but she hit him in the head like that. It wasn't a hard hit, but she still shouldn't have done that. Because what if he had done that to her? She still shouldn't have done that. And then she knows she was wrong for doing it. She tries to make light of it. And then he told her to keep her hands to herself and watch her tone. And or he will leave her on the side of the road, is what he tells her. So he didn't handle the situation right. He did not handle the situation right. He shouldn't have told her that. So when he tells her that, she hits him in the head again. So they're arguing, and he tells her she's violent, and she said she was only playing. And then he kind of pulls over a little bit, like he was gonna kick her out of the car, and then he drives to somewhere, and then he gets out of the car. He doesn't say anything to her. He just gets out of the car and walk off. And then she realized that he went to pick the kids up, and then the kids get in the car. They say hello to her. And then they drive to the place where they have the Juma, where they pray. It's like a church where they pray. Um, and then he tells her to sit with his mother if she feels like it. And in his confessional, he said that he feels disrespected, but he won't let his children see that he's upset. So at Juma, Bilal is ignoring Shida. And I guess that's his punishment for her hitting him. He's so freaking childish. He's a big damn baby. But I don't think she should have hit him. She should have not put her hands on him, whether she was being playful or not. And she says she was being playful, but they were arguing. They were disagreeing when she did that. So that wasn't a playful thing. Even though she didn't hit him hard, she still shouldn't have done that. And I think she needs to apologize to him too. But Bilal is such a effing baby with his freaking thumb in his mouth. He's being an asshole. So they go outside and Bilal introduced Shida to his ex-wife. And they talk for a little while. They talk cordially for a little while, which was good. And then they go to the car, and the kids are already in the car. And on the way to the car, Bilal tells Shida that they need to talk and that he is upset with her. And she told him that he blew it all out of proportion. And he did. By telling her he's going to pull over on the side of the road and drop her off. And yeah, and by ignoring her. Yeah, he blew it out of proportion. That's not the way to handle the situation. But he doesn't agree with her that he blew it out of proportion. So anyway, Bilal drops Shida off at the house, and then he takes the kids to practice. And then she goes and do her yoga, and she's very flexible. She's a contortionist. Those people that move their bodies and all kinds of different. She is very flexible. So 2 hours later, Bilal comes home, and Shida is all dressed up for date night, and he tells her he doesn't feel like going to date night. So they discuss the hit in the head, and she ended up apologizing to him, and that was the end of Bilal and Shida. Next up, we have Jabri and Miona. We see Miona at the house. She's all alone, and she's not happy. She said she's been in the States for a few weeks, and I'm trying to pronounce his name. Remember how to pronounce his name. Jabri is out making music, she said. And she said she thought they would be spending more time together. So the mother comes into the room to talk to Miona and basically tells her that, she tells her to clean the room up. And she said, I can't. I tried to clean the room up, but I have too many things in this room for it to be clean. Anyway, they talk a bit about Miona missing her parents, and her parents were sad when she left to come to the States. And then Jabri's mother shows Miona how to do the laundry. And Jabri's mother tells Miona that people who live in South Dakota does not dress as skimpy as she does. And Miona tells her that is why they need to leave South Dakota. I don't blame her. Because if she wants to go to California, they dress skimpy. It's hot there. Anyway, the mother basically tells her that when she's in the house around her husband, she wants Miona to dress more modest. And Miona tells her, it's your house, so I have to respect it. In her confessional, Miona said she wants to wear what the hell she wants to wear. She didn't say that, but basically. She said she wants to wear what she wants to wear, and then she's going to talk to Jabri about it when he gets home. The next scene, Jabri is on the porch, and he's talking to his mother, and he tells her that he is pissed off because Miona is not comfortable that she went through her laundry. And that's a lie. The mother didn't go through the laundry. She didn't go through Miona's laundry. So they show a clip of Miona telling Jabri about what happened. And she told him exactly what happened. She didn't say the mother went through the laundry. Jabri just got it wrong. In his confessional, Jabri said that, I hope I'm pronouncing his name right. Jabri said that Miona has a temper and he doesn't want her to go off on his mother. That's ridiculous. I'm pretty sure she wouldn't dare to go off on his mother. I don't think Miona is that stupid to go off on his mother. Anyway, his mother said there is a miscommunication. I did not go through anybody's laundry. He tells her that she is trying to change Miona because she wants Miona to dress differently. So I guess they figure, she's trying to change Miona. she told him, when I was talking to Miona, she was not upset, so I don't know what the hell you're talking about. She said, I don't know what you're talking about. Miona wasn't upset when we talked. In her confessional, Jabri's mother said Miona is fake. She said, how am I to get to know her if she doesn't tell me how she feels? But she can't really tell you how she feels because she's at your mercy. You know, she's in your house and you tell her you do not want her to dress skimpy in front of your husband. All she can say is okay. She can't really tell you how she feels. She's at your mercy. Anyway, Jabari, Jabri, what's his damn name? Jabri. Jabri tells his mother to tone it down with the questions and the rules. Jabri tells his mother that he is stressed out. And the mother tries to blame Miona for him being stressed out. But he told her that, you're stressing me out. Miona is stressing me out. He says, I'm in the middle. I'm being tugged this way by Miona. I'm being tugged this way by you. You both are stressing me out. But the mother tries to make it seem like Miona is the one stressing him out. He basically tells her to stop trying to play head games with him. I guess she's a psychologist or something. I don't know. But he tells her to stop playing head games with him. And she basically tells him that when you love someone, you don't always see, their faults or see them for who they are. And he tells her that if anything happens and they break up, he'll pick himself up and go on with his own life. But the mother is saying that when you hurt, your family hurt too. But I don't know what the hell the mother is talking about. That's life. You get hurt, you pick yourself up and you go on. Sure, sometimes somebody hurt you more than another. More than another person hurt you, sure, but you still pick yourself up and you go on, just like she did. Where's Jabri's dad? I don't think she was married to him, so she had a baby with Jabri's dad. They broke up, and she's stuck with a baby, but she picked herself up, and now she has a new husband, right? That's what happens in life. When you get disappointed, when you break up with somebody, you pick yourself up and you move on with life. So what the hell is she talking about when you get hurt? You hurt, your whole family hurts. What the hell is she talking about? The mother crazy. I think she's off her freaking rocker. So, the mother starts talking about Miona showing her breasts for favors. I don't know what she's talking about. For what favors would she be showing her breasts for? Jabri's mother she's off. I think she's off her rocker. I think the mother is jealous of Miona's perky breasts. She keeps talking about a woman's breasts. She doesn't want Miona wearing a skimpy shirt and walking, in front of her husband. And now she's saying, Miona is going to use her breasts to get favors. What is she talking about? Jabri's mother, she's obsessed with Miona's breasts. Well, that's the end of them. Next is Binium and Ariella. We see Ariella in her confessional complaining that Avi and Binium, they took up most of the space on the bed and she didn't barely get any space on the bed. So she brought him some wheat coffee and he says this coffee is like water. They talk about their expensive apartment and Biniam tells her that they could downsize into a 1-bedroom, but she's telling him that no, my mother wants us to have a 2-bedroom plus she signed a 1-year lease. That's on your damn mother. Okay, your mother did all that. Her name is on the lease. If y'all don't pay up, she's the one that's going to have the bad credit. Yeah, she tells him, my mother already signed a 1-year lease. Why did the mother do that? She could have signed a month-to-month. She could have signed a 3-month lease, a 6-month lease. Why she sign a whole year lease? And now she wants them to pay in a few months. What needs to happen is Ariel needs to go get herself a job. Biniam can't get a job. He can't work. Biniam can stay home and take care of the baby while Ariel go out and get a damn job. Lazy heifer. So Biniam tells her that he will be able to make money as a fighter. He wants to be some type of fighter, MMA fighter. So Ariel does not think fighters make enough money. So later, Ariella gave Biniam a tour of her hometown, and Biniam, he likes the area, but Ariel tells him basically that he would not be able to afford a house in the area. In his confessional, he said, if they can't afford anything, then why did she bring us to the States? I agree, Biniam. Why did she bring y'all to the States? I think Ariel is a harpy. She's the type of person who she's never ever happy, and she wants no one else around her to be happy. She's a harpy. The next scene, Ariel and Biniam, they take the train to New York City. And Biniam is excited to be in New York. He is on the subway. He's dancing. He's acting a fool, swinging, doing backflips and everything. So they walk around for a little while. They get to a restaurant. They're sitting down having a beer. And Biniam wants to move to New York. He just mentioned moving to New York. And Ariella tells him that rent is expensive in New York. And Biniam said, Biniam's not as dumb as she think he is. Biniam said, that rent is high, but also the salaries in New York is high. She didn't think he knew that. So then she has nothing to say to that. So then she tries to make him feel guilty by telling him that he's unappreciative that her parents got them this great apartment, and plus they already signed a year lease. And he tells her to calm down. It was just an idea. Just calm down. And he tells her that she's ruining his trip to New York. And she is. She's a friggin' harpy. In her confessional, she basically said that she never had to be an adult before and pay bills. She's a friggin' harpy. And she's just ruining his day in New York. He's happy to be in New York. He's having a good time. And she's just ruining his day in New York. And she knew when she brought him to the States, she knew that he wouldn't be able to work for a few months. She knew that. So what she needs to do is she needs to go get a damn job. And he can stay home and take care of Avi. That's the end of Ariella and Biniam. Next is Patrick and how do you pronounce her name? Thais. Patrick and Thais. Patrick and Thais, they're still driving from the airport, and they're close to the house, and Thais is impressed with the roads and the houses. They get to the house, and she walks into the house, and she's amazed. She says the house is beautiful. She says hello to John, and they hug, and he shows her the puppy, and she picks the puppy up, and she hugs the puppy, and the puppy is licking her cheek, and I love that little puppy. She loves the puppy too. The puppy is so cute. So they pop champagne, and then Patrick then tells John to put the TV on and turn it on up loud, and him and Thais go into the bedroom to make the beast with the two backs. The next morning, Thais said in her confessional that the sex was incredible. Patrick said it was the best sex of his life. And Thais is annoyed that she has to put on clothes because John lives with them. She wants to walk around naked. So John is in the living room and he's playing video games while drinking a beer. Or he's drinking a beer and he's playing video games. And Thais tells John that he's crazy. He's drinking a beer this early in the morning. And John gets a little upset. He said, I can drink beer whenever the hell I want to drink beer. And I agree with him. He's a grown-ass man. He can drink beer whenever the hell he wants to drink beer. Drink up, John. So Patrick tells John that he's going to make eggs for Thais. And he's upset that his brother is going to make breakfast for his girlfriend. What the hell? He's allowed to make her own breakfast. She just got there. John is a idiot. He's jealous that his brother has someone and he doesn't. Go find your own damn girl. You're not bad looking. You're just a damn drunk. Go find your own girl. So Patrick makes Thais some eggs, and John is making a steak, and Patrick is helping him make the steak, but Thais wants Patrick to sit down and have breakfast with her. So he sits down and he's having breakfast with her, and John is cooking the steak. Then he starts smoking up the house, and the alarms start going off, and Thais starts to cough. He's probably drunk. You don't know what the hell he's doing. So then he has the steak in the pan. He tries to flip the steak, and the steak falls on the floor. And then John thinks that Thais should eat the steak that fell on the floor. He thinks, hey, she's from Brazil. She can eat the steak that fell on the floor. That's so horrible for him to say that. And then he tries to clean it up and say, well, if it's good enough for me, it's good enough for her. He tries to clean it up, but he just showed how ignorant he is. If she's from Brazil, then she can eat the steak off the floor. Effed up. That's effed up. This shows just how ignorant he is. So the next scene, Patrick takes John and Thais to play miniature golf. And why? John is a grown ass man. Why can't he find his own entertainment? Why does he have to go with them to play miniature golf? Why can't he needs to find his own entertainment? Find his own girl. Move out. So Thais looked like she won the game. Looked like she kicked both their butts in miniature golf, and looked like it was her first time playing. So she goes off to the restroom, and Patrick and John, they sit down to have a talk, and Patrick basically tells John to stop being rude to Thais. And John said, if she think he's being rude, then she needs to tell him, you are rude. You told her to eat this damn steak off the floor, and she can do that because she's from Brazil. That's disgusting. That's rude. And then you tell him not to make breakfast for her. Make her own breakfast. You're rude. And Patrick says, if she thinks I'm being rude, then she needs to tell me. And Patrick said, well, she doesn't speak English. Then John says he wants an interpreter. But he doesn't want Patrick to be the interpreter. So Patrick tells him, I am telling you that you were rude to her. And he tells him, I don't want to have to choose between you and her. And then John tells the camera, all teary-eyed, that him and Patrick have been through a lot, and he loves him. So while he's talking to the camera, he's getting all teary-eyed. Patrick is talking to the camera, he's all teary-eyed. Then we see them sitting on the bench talking, and they start bawling. Both of them start bawling. And I have no clue why they're crying. What they're crying for? They're bawling. Next up is Yvette and Muhammad. You know what? I'm liking Muhammad. Muhammad is making me laugh. Muhammad is hilarious to me. I love the way he talks. No. I love how calm he is when he talks. I love it. Anyway, so the plumber comes to install the bidet, and Eve is with him, and she's showing the plumber the parts to the bidet. Here comes Muhammad. Muhammad comes and he asks her, why didn't you tell me that the plumber had arrived? And he tells her that in Islam, a man and a woman cannot be alone together. And she said to him, so where should I go? And he said, go outside. He said, go outside, but I don't think he meant go outside of the house. He probably meant go outside of the room. Anyway, in his confessional, he explained that in Islam, a woman cannot be alone with a stranger because they don't know if the stranger is a good guy or a bad guy. And it makes sense. It does make sense. I'm alone here in my condo, and someone knocks on the door, and it's somebody needs to fix the washer or the dryer or the plumbing or something. And I'm alone in this apartment with him. I'm going to kind of feel some type of way. I'm going to have my phone ready. I'm going to be standing by the door because I don't know this person. This person's going to hit me over the head with a hammer or a wrench or something and rob me or the R word. You know what I'm saying? He's kind of right. You shouldn't be alone with a stranger. They're protecting their women, but so I get it. I do get it. So Eve suggests that she makes a list of his rules. And Muhammad agrees. He goes, yeah, you make a list of the rules. And she goes, I was kidding. He wasn't kidding. He says, yeah, you need to make a list of what you can do and what you can't do. That was the end of Muhammad and Eve. Next up, last but not least, Kiara and Guillermo. I cannot stand Kara and Guillermo. I cannot stand Kara. I can't stand that heifer. Okay? So they go to an outdoor restaurant and meet up with another couple. In her confessional, Kiara said her friend is going to interrogate Guillermo. Why is she interrogating him? For what? First, she had her uncle threaten him, her mother down-talking him, thinking that he can't take care of himself, he can't work. And now she has her friend getting ready to interrogate him. For what? You went over to the DR, had sex with this young man, and went and paid for him and brought him to the States as for your boy toy. And now you want your friend to interrogate him? For what? You are the one that brought him here. You are the one that wants him here. What do you want them to interrogate him for? I don't get it. But you know what? Guillermo, I can't even pronounce his name. He held his own. I think the friend's name is Haley. She asked him how old he was and if he was ready for marriage. And he told her, why? Why are you asking me these questions? And she said, because, I guess that when she was his age, 23, she was a disaster. He said, but I'm not a disaster. He says he had been through many things in life. He said he's always worked. He always worked for himself, lived for himself. He's told her, I do everything for myself. And Haley asked him, what does Kiara do to drive him insane? Because now Haley can't say nothing because this young man is telling her, I've been through a lot. I've lived a lot. I've been through a whole bunch of crap. And I've always worked and taken care of myself. So now she hasn't got nothing else to say about him. So now she wants to know what do him and Haley argue about. And he says he gets mad at her when she drinks a lot and then she doesn't remember how she acted. The next day she doesn't remember what happened. He said he doesn't like that. She's a freaking drunk then. It seems like basically she's the immature party girl and he's the mature, responsible person, in the relationship. Then he said Kara threw his clothes out the window one time. And she explained that she looked through his phone and she saw a message, a thing that he said to his ex-girlfriend that he also said to her, like, you're the sunshine of my life or some nonsense like that. And she said she looked through his phone and he had said the same thing to his ex-girlfriend. So what? So effing what? He's not cheating on you. It's like me when, nowadays when I date somebody, I call him my love. Hi, my love. How are you? And if I break up with that person and I'm seeing somebody new, this one is my love. He's also say, hi, my love. How are you? How's your day going, my love? And if this one looks in my phone and see that I called the other one my love, so what? I'm not with him anymore. I'm with you. All my guys are my love. That's what I call him. How are you? It's like baby or honey. So what if he said the same thing to an ex-girlfriend that he says to you? Then you throw his clothes out the window? Who's the one that's immature? You are, Kara, whatever the hell your name is. I don't like her. But it turns out that they go through each other's phone all the time. My phone, anybody can go through my phone. Where's my phone at? Oh, recording. My phone, anybody can go through my phone anytime. There's nothing on my phone that I would hide. My phone is an open book. I don't even have a password on my phone. I have nothing on my phone for somebody to be hiding anything from anybody. I don't know why people guard their phone so close to their chest. What are you hiding? What's on your phone that you have to hide? Ain't nothing on my phone. Yeah, so he wasn't cheating on her, so I don't know what the hell is her problem. Why she threw his clothes out of the window. Yeah, but they go through each other's phone all the time, so that's their toxic relationship. And that was the end of my review. I'll be back next week with another review. Thank you so very much for watching. Princess on a Pillow here. Bye.